next topic is export factoring. Let's see what exactly it will tell. Generally, in the absence of factoring, all export finance transactions are backed by credit letter of credit, but the factoring relates purely to open account transactions with no promissory notes and collateral. Factoring is done entirely on the basis of invoice prepared by the exporter. So whatever the invoice which is prepared by the exporter, that is called as export export factoring. So mainly the factoring related things which are recorded by the exporter will be called as export factoring. So that the information regarding the invoice he has to record and he has to show the details. And in an international factoring transactions, the 3-4 parties, namely the exporter who is taking the place of a client in a domestic transaction. So this means the exporter who is taking place of the client in the domestic transaction. So instead of the client, if this exporter is going to take and is going to play the role of that particular client will in the domestic transaction, so that will come under export factoring. And the next one is the importer who is taking the role of customer in a domestic transaction. So as an exporter is going to taking place of the client, as an importer is taking place is going to take place and take the role of the customer. So exporter for the client, importer for the customer in domestic transaction. And the next one is export factor, and the next one is import factor. So these 4 things which are included under export factoring. So now this export and the factor enter into an agreement for export factoring which take any of the following types. So here it will be having some types when they want to take an agreement between the exporter and between the factor, that is called agent. So now let's see what are the types. The first type is 2-factor system, and the second one is single factor system, and the third one is direct export factor system, and the fourth one is direct import factor system. Once again I am repeating the types: 2-factor system, single factor system, direct export factor system, direct import factor system. Now let's see 2-factor system. 2-factor system is nothing but what? There are 2 factors under this system. One in the exporter country, one in another in the imported country. So exporter country and importer country will have to play a key role in this. So one cannot do the things. So both the countries have to involve in this. When both the countries are going to involve and do the task and do the transactions in a proper way, that time it is called as 2-factor system. From both the sides the response should be good, and from both the sides the work should be done equally. Now from both the sides whatever the details are required, that should be provided in a proper way. When the things done by both the countries of the importer and the exporter, then it is called as 2-factor system. And this 2-factor system, exporter has to play a key role and the importer has to play a key role from both the sides here. So whatever the information the people are required, they have to provide it. This export factor in turn inform the same to his counterpart, that is import factor in the importing country. The import factor makes inquiries regarding the financial position of the importer and his dealings, and if is satisfied, he conveys the message to the export factor. So now they are going to take the information regarding the importers, and if is satisfied with the performance or the things which are there regarding the importer, then if is satisfied, then he is going to inform the counterparty, and then the process will start here. So now whatever the information which is provided by the importer, it should be in a proper way, it should be in a genuine way, then only can able to get the agreement between these 2 countries. So this is regarding 2-factor system. And the single factor system, in the single factor system only the exporter country will play a key role in this. So here they need not write any agreement, but the exporter country, what they do, the information whatever they are required, they take through from the agent, that is called as factor. So instead of contacting the importer here, because there are different type of importer will be there in our country, so that is the reason why always under single factor system, the exporter will take the information regarding the importer through the agent. Here in the two factor system, the direct information will be taken by the importer, but in this the information will be taken by the agent. So after giving the information, or after taking the information from the agent, then they'll decide whether to continue the business with that particular exporter or not. So here, as an agent, he has to play a key role, and he has to give a proper information to the exporter country here. So between these two countries, the agent will act on this, and is going to provide the information. Based upon that, they are going to take the decision whether to continue the business or not. So this is regarding single factor system. And the next one is direct export factor system. Under the system, there is a factoring agreement directly between the exporter and this export factor, and no other party is involved. So I told the direct export factor system, what it is telling, under this system there is a factoring agreement directly between the exporter and this export factor. So like between the exporter and the export factor, that is called as export agent. So in their country only they are going to make the agreement. They are not going to make any agreement with other country of the importer. So exporter of the particular country, exporter of the particular agent, they are going to involve in the performances. The entire export credit risk, the administration of the account, the advance payments, etc. have to be done only by the export factor. So export factor means the export agent. He has to take care of all those things. Hence it is called direct export system. So directly the exporter and the exporter agent of the particular country only, they are going to perform the things. No other persons are going to involve. Whatever the things are there, that these two people have to take care, and that is called as direct export factor system. Next, direct import factor system. It is just the opposite of direct export factor system. The agreement is between the exporter and the import factor in the importer's country here. So the agreement between the exporter and the import factor in the importer country. So here it is in the importer country, that is in the exporter country, but here exporter is going to include, but that agent will be from importer country. The import factor assumes all responsibilities for the collection of the debt from the importer. So importer has to take care of everything. That importer agent has to take care of all the responsibilities, whatever he have to perform, and that will be called as direct import factor system. So this is regarding what exporting factoring. So tomorrow I'll start forfeiting. In the next class I'll start that. Thank you.